Hey guys, welcome to another recap of The Bachelorette. So Emily gets down to business on this episode. She meets with her fellow hens and Dish girl, tell me what's going on with the bachelors. Oh, thank you for taking Ricky to soccer practice. I really appreciate it. I'm so busy with these young bucks. Alright, so it's date card time back at the mansion. And Ryan gets the first date. Be my king in the Queen City. So they go to Emily's house. Weird, but Ricky's not there, so it's okay. He brings in the groceries for her because she tells him to. I'm surprised she didn't tell him to take out the garbage too. And she says, "I'm snack mom. We have to make snack for Ricky's soccer game. So let's make some cookies." And they do it from scratch, and then they eat the raw cookie dough. And I'm like, ugh, did anybody tell you about salmonella, for crying out loud? That's so dumb. So when they went to go deliver the cookies, he had to wait in the car, which is probably smart because she doesn't want to be introducing all of these unknowns to Ricky. It's just not right. I'm so glad she didn't Ty Mesnick him, because I hated the fact that Ty was so involved with all the ladies in that season. It wasn't good for Ty. So Emily ditched her street clothes later on and slipped into this slutty little red dress. Alright, it wasn't exactly slutty, but it was pretty sexy. They went out to dinner. She explains to him that she doesn't want it to be a competition. It's not like she's the prize at the end, so I thought that was pretty reasonable too. Meanwhile, back at the house, the date card arrives for the group date, and it says, "Let's go to the stage for love." No, let's set the stage. Sorry, it's late. Alright, so Ryan gets the rose on his date, and she kind of had second thoughts about it though, because she kind of thought he was too perfect. Really? I'm not seeing it. Anyway, just when you think the date's over, they go and see a performance of her favorite band, Gloriana, and they dance on a pedestal. That was weird. So it's group date time, and 13 guys and her go to see the Muppets. Oh wait, no, they're not just going to see them, they're going to be in the show with them. And Charlie's freaking out because he had a brain injury, and he don't talk so good. He's still learning how to do stuff, and he's got high anxiety. So she made him feel better. He got to do something else in the show rather than what he was going to be doing. So they have the performance, and Chris Harrison was working the red carpet, the step and repeat, and he was also part of the show, talking to the angry old man Muppet. So there was dancing, there was jokes. Charlie did very well. There was singing, had a little talk show, which Charlie was a part of. And then Ricky came up on stage to sing with the Muppets, which was really cute. And the whole thing was for charity. And the cats just loved it. That's why they're meowing so much right now. And it's party time after that, though. So she pulls out the slutty black dress. It had an all lace back. Well, not the butt part, but like the top part, so you could see her bra. Just the littlest hint of being slutty. So then she goes and starts pursuing the guys. She goes over to Chris and she's like, "You're really handsome, you know, I got butterflies for you, and Jeff, where the hell is Jeff? How come he's not responding to me?" And she's going after these guys. She's not being the demure little Southern belle. So back at the mansion, the other date card arrives, the last one for this week, and we find out that Joe gets the final single date, or the final date of this episode, and it says, "Come close to my heart." So nobody knows what that means. But back on the date, Kaylin, who looks like a young David Hasselhoff and acts like one too, interrupts Stevie, and Stevie's pissed, and then Karma is a bitch because Kaylin gets interrupted as well. And Stevie has a little blow up with Kaylin and says that he doesn't like him. So, yeah, it's a little bit of pissing contest here. They're just sizing each other up. Jeff gets the date rose because he's cute. He really is. Chris is pissed because he thought his conversation with Emily was special and different from everyone else's. Really? You're so naive. Alright, so Joe and Emily, they go on a private jet to West Virginia. Exactly. Back it up. And when they get there, they go to one of her favorite little fancy resorts called Greenbrier. She used to hang out there when she was a kid with her parents. Imagine that. They have a 100-year-old pool. And they go swimming in it. She's like, I used to swim in this when I was a little girl. Guess what? You're only 26. It wasn't that long ago. So, meanwhile, back at the mansion pool, though, Kaylin is being insensitive about being a parent. So all of the young men there who are parents are taking offense to Kaylin because he's basically like, how much do you care about your kid? You put your being a parent on hold to come here and, you know, play this game kind of thing. And they're like, oh, no, you didn't. You got to go talk to Emily and tell her that you think she's putting being a parent on hold. She kind of is, but she's not because she's the only one who's got their kid there. Alright, but she did when she went in her season. Yeah, she did. Alright, so on the date with Joe, he was like a total deer in the headlights. He seems like a sweet guy, but he seems pretty clueless because all he's telling her is what he thinks she wants to hear. And she's no dummy. She knows it. So they did the little love clock thing. They were probably contractually obligated to do that because, you know, it was part of the date and they want to show off the resort. They probably got stuff free in exchange for making people want to go there after the show. So they had to do it. And then he got sent packing. Poor Joe. She had to watch the fireworks alone because she sent him home before that. At the cocktail party, Ari and Emily are flirty. I think they're a good match. Just because he's a race car driver. No, just kidding. I think they have a little chemistry. I don't know if it's good chemistry or bad chemistry, though. And Ryan is starting to get on my nerves. He went in there and he gave her this letter and everyone's pissed because he's already got a rose and you know how that goes. And he wrote a 7-page letter just about when Tony was about to interrupt and talk to Emily because he hasn't really talked to her and he wanted to tell her about his 5-year-old son. Something about, you know, I don't like Ryan because he's starting to get on my nerves. He's like a annoying, creepy Matthew McConaughey. As if he's not annoying and creepy enough. But Tony, he also, something about him is just so annoying. He's like the Napoleon complex guy who just, he's trying to be as virile and blah 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 as the other guys, but he just comes across as like an annoying little gnat. Did that make sense to anyone? Alright, so Tony tells her about his kid and she's all like, oh, that's sweet. And yeah, Kaylin finally gets his time with her and everyone's pissed because he uses big words and he has Louis Vuitton luggage, so he must be an a-hole. So, weird, right? So it's rose ceremony time, and guess who gets the first rose? Why, it's Kaylin. So let's skip right to the last rose. Guess who gets the last rose? Why, it's Stevie, Kaylin's arch nemesis. Tell me that wasn't like production values right there. So the two who went home this week are Aaron, the bio teacher. He didn't pass the glasses test. I told Maddie that if we go shopping for glasses and you put some on and I want to smack them off your face, they're not the right ones for you. So his glasses I did not think were the right ones for him because I definitely wanted to smack them off his face. They made him look too douchey. Okay, so then Kyle was the other one sent home. He was the financial advisor with the stupid faces. He was all like, you know what? You were in the boys' club. You didn't spend enough time with Emily. You didn't take it seriously. You had more fun with the guys. It happened a few seasons back, too. The guy who was like, you poured out that shot. You're not a man. It reminded me of him. Not exactly, but same way. So, yeah. His heart's broken after like a day. Next time, though, this is getting serious. Dolly Parton's gonna be there. Yay! And the egg dude's egg gets thrown to the floor and smashed. Can't wait. Till next time, much love.